Welcome to Rhino Exploration. My name's Zach. We're up here at Peacock Flats today, off-roading, checking out some new trails, and seeing what views we can find. So come along for the adventure. Good morning, guys. We're out here at Peacock Flats, off-roading, checking out this new area over here. It should be a really fun day. We actually just got started. We drove up the road a little bit, did some little filming because you have to go through the Air Force Station first before you can get up here. So cameras weren't allowed, but we're out here, so we're gonna have some fun. So we came out here today because we are trying to find an actual trail. Being out at Kayana Point is a really fun area, especially if it would have been raining. You could have done a lot of mudding and things, but I wanted to actually find a trail here in Hawaii, on Oahu more particularly. So we were able to come out here to Peacock Flats. It is controlled by the Air Force. We had to get permission to come on there, but it was really simple to do. You go online. It was about $2.50 for the permit, $2.50 for the permit, and we had full access to the whole dirt road and the whole trail system, and it's really well marked out, and just the ability to hit an actual trail and to get up into the mountains here was outstanding. And when you were in these mountains, it never felt like you were in Hawaii. It felt like we were somewhere in Northern California the whole time, and it was a lot of fun. And I bet this trail would be even better if it had rained a bit, would have kept some of the dust down, but it would have been a fun mudding trail. But overall, this trail was spectacular, and further down the road you'll see just why. So as we were driving along this trail, the landscape changed drastically. One second you'd be in this lush forest, and you'd round a corner and then you'd be exposed to just pure sunlight, and just low hanging vegetation would be there, and you'd have an amazing view. And then you turn a corner again and you'd be within pine trees that you wouldn't expect to find in Hawaii, that made it feel like you were in California. And then you turn a corner again and you'd be in an area of just dense jungle overhanging canopy, and then you'd go again and you'd be back in the forest, or you'd find tall plains of grass. And it was just a constant change in the way the terrain was the whole time we were driving. And it made for just epic views and just kept us on our toes the entire time, because we never knew what would come around the next corner. And every once in a while you'd turn the corner and you'd find, people out hiking or out for a run, and you had to be a little careful. But it was just amazing to see the beauty that Hawaii holds, and this has just hidden from people that aren't willing to go off the beaten path to find it. So after being on the trail for a little while, it didn't take too long till we found a spot that my buddy Trevor jumped out and was like, we have to pull the Jeep up as close as we can to the edge, and it would just make for an epic shot. And so we did, just like when we were at Kayana Point. Trevor has this eye for finding those spots that bring the Jeep as close to the edge as possible. And so we did. I pulled the Jeep up as far up to the edge as we could go without it going over. And we just got some amazing shots of the Jeep here. And we were maybe just a quarter of the way into this trail, and we found this, and it overlooked the area of North Shore way off in the distance, and Kayana Point was actually just below us where we off-roaded the last time. And just the incredible view that we attained from being out there was absolutely spectacular, and I couldn't be happier with the way that the shots came out and that everything looked. It was absolutely gorgeous. So I wanted to show kind of what happens on the inside of the Jeep as we're going about. Unfortunately, I must have hit the time-lapse button on the GoPro when I spun it around to use it, but it made for some funny footage anyways, and I wanted to show what we do within the Jeep. Normally we have some really funny conversations. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to capture that, but you can get to see all the stuff that we do in a fast-paced mode. Me filming out of the Jeep as my buddy Trevor drives around and the guys are hanging out. But I was able to get some footage of us having a good old time, making faces, because at times, you know, you gotta just relax, have a lot of fun, and just enjoy the moment. And also, Chris got to drive the Jeep for the very first time, and he was loving every minute of it. Hey guys, checking in. This has been an amazing trail so far. Still heading to Peacock Flats, but we pulled over to the side off of what used to be an old trail road. Looks like they've let it go back to nature. But the views that we have seen are outstanding. Absolutely fantastic. Because just look at this view behind me. Look at this. It's just spectacular. And it's been like this the whole way. You just get these glimpses of just the ocean and the beaches off to the side as we're driving along the trail, and Mother Nature is spectacular. That's all I got, is Mother Nature is just absolutely spectacular. Yeah, so we're gonna take a little break, maybe get a snack or two, and then we're gonna continue on our way. if you remember towards the beginning of this video, I said how dusty it was on the trail, and these shots capture just how dusty it was. It hasn't rained here on Oahu for a couple weeks now, and when I mean it hasn't rained, and this trail was just kicking up dust everywhere we went, and it just got everywhere, and a good rain would have been.
Drive down a little ways.
Out here on the trail, we came across this old, what could have been water tanker or fuel tanker that just used to hold these things, and Chris decided he wanted to go up there, have a look inside. It was hollow, grass was growing, but it was really cool to see, and it is even funnier watching Chris go up this really sketchy ladder that just shook every time he climbed it. So around this time we were making our way, we were almost at the very end of this trail, at the very top of Peacock Flats. We had passed a campground and people would camp in, so we kept footage down, didn't want to film a bunch of random people, but we were almost at the top, and when we made it to the top, the view was amazing to see. It was almost as good as that view as we saw at the first quarter, but this one was even better. And we got to flex out the Jeep again and just have some amazing views and just get some incredible footage and just have a good time. We sat back and we laughed. We told some jokes. We just took in where we were for probably a good 30 minutes and just enjoyed everything we saw and had a good conversation before we decided it was time to start heading our way back down the mountain and heading back towards home, because we had been on the trail already for a couple hours now, and we knew that we had a couple more hours on the trail plus an hour drive home, and it was just such a fun day. And this view at the top just was the icing on the cake. Mother Nature is a very unpredictable person, and she has some amazing views if you are willing to go find them.
Hey guys, we just got back to my buddy Trevor's house. We're putting the doors back on, right back there. It was an absolutely fun day. If you have never done Peacock Flats Trail, you should do a four-wheel drive or hiking. It's freaking spectacular. So we're gonna finish tightening up these doors and I'm gonna head home. So thanks for watching, guys.
Boy.
What's up?
Got a cowboy and a camera. Cowboy and camera boy. $16. I got it to 16. Recording when the light's flashing?
Yeah.
I think I did it backwards. I think I've been recording. It's so dusty. Roll the windows up. Ooh, where's that go?
Right there.
No. Perfect. See if we can drop Chris out of the Jeep.
I'm buckled up, dude.
My phone is covered in dust.
Oh, you poor child.
I am. I am.
You're not that poor.
I am.
You're something. That's what you is.
My soul is poor. My character is poor.
I can't help but that. I can't see the dust particles.
They can't see me. On a dust. Look at this shit. Oh my god. Fuck, dude.
I thought I was on the bad
He's such a dick. Yeah, buddy, this is what I'm talking about. Get your Hot Wheels up there.